Oh, that's my agent. All right, guys, so you can see notifications are flying in for sales. That's awesome. Okay, so new lead just came in, Sarah, via the quiz funnel. And apparently the agent has drafted her a personal message, which is fantastic. Do you want me to send it? Absolutely, yes. Okay, so that's been sent, which is crazy. All right, thank you. Anything else I can help you with? Can you give me a full health check and summary of how the CRM system is looking, please? Boom. All right, guys, so this is my AI employee. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I built this. What I'm going to do today is actually test out Hermes agent. Okay, so now this is from a really cool AI lab, open source initiative from Nous Research, probably butchered that. But this is going to allow us to connect an actual always-on agent with memory directly to our CRM system, so I can have conversations with my agent directly in Telegram. All right, so updates, new sales, new suggestions can just go directly to me on my phone. So when I'm out and about, I don't have to log into back in my CRM system anymore. And I really feel like this is the beauty of having your own software or your own CRM system. It's literally like clay that you can mold into any form and any shape that you want. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get Hermes set up inside of our CRM system for fully agentic business operations, all from the comfort of Telegram. So what I'm going to do inside of a new session inside of Claude is I'm just going to give it a little bit of a brief. Now, like I said before, my friends, our core philosophy is digital sovereignty. We've built our own backend, so I also want to start reducing reliance on paying API credits when I don't have to. I've got a $200 a month subscription sitting there, and the cool thing about OpenAI over Anthropic is that OpenAI allows you to connect your subscription to an agent like Hermes or OpenClaw, so you can use it more autonomously. All right, so for those of you that don't know what the point of Hermes agent is versus using like OpenAI chat, is that ChatGPT, the LLM, is the brain. It has the raw intelligence, reasoning, and knowledge, but it's locked in a box on its own and only speaks when spoken to, forgetting everything you close in the tab, and it has no hands to actually do work on your computer. Hermes is the harness, the body and the nervous system. It wraps around your ChatGPT subscription. It gives the brain a long-term memory, hands to execute code, a schedule to follow, and the ability to autonomously loop through problems until they're solved. Okay, so for example, this is how most people use LLMs: user request, LLM brain, final output. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing user request, which can be via Telegram. The agent harness kicks off the LLM brain, tool execution, which is going to be our CRM system, taps into working memory and updates it. And then we've got this nice little loop going and we've got final output. Okay, so essentially, this is a recursive loop that will allow us to connect OpenAI's intelligence to our CRM system so we can work flipping autonomously. All right, so it's awesome. And it also gets smarter. So when we go into different recursive loops, all of this cool stuff starts to happen. So it can execute tools, skill creation, long-term memory, etc. So essentially what we're doing, my friends, is we're now connecting your CRM system to a live employee that you can chat to via Telegram, has personality, remembers you, and knows and has full context over your entire business. All right, so the prompt is in, and you can see that it's already connected to 48 different tools inside of our CRM system, and it's going to go ahead and set up all of this for us. Hopefully, we might need to do a few, check-ins, but essentially, we're changing the operator to the Hermes upgrade. Okay, so if you have not got your custom backend and CRM system built and up and running yet, then you're going to want to hit the link in the description of this video. Go into our school community and build your digital home. That's going to give you your own custom CRM system backend and your own front end connected to whatever website you actually have. Then you're literally going to be able to hire your own flippin' AI employee that has full business context and can start taking live actions directly from Telegram. All right, guys, so that's now set up. All of our tools are accessible via Hermes. It's actually gone onto Hermes's website, downloaded the whole thing. But now what we need to do is give it our VPS details, which is a virtual private server. we need to set up a Telegram bot, and we need to then authenticate ChatGPT into Hermes. Just in regards to this, my friends, understand that Claude basically did this whole setup, okay, which is fantastic. So I already have a VPS set up for my OpenClaw bot, right? I'm just going to give Claude access to that, and it will basically be able to go out and set everything up. Now, if you want to get a private VPS, there's a bunch of different options you can choose from. I found this to be like really cost effective. I think I pay like $10 a month for it. And that's literally what my agent is hosted through. Okay, so this is basically giving it a virtual server. I'm sure you saw in the news when people were getting like those Mac Minis and stuff, they were essentially hosting their agents on a Mac Mini. So you can do that if you want, but if you don't want to flip and drop a few $100, just get a VPS server like this. Now, at this point, if you don't have one of these set up, okay, you're just going to go into Claude or whatever AI you're using and say, tell me exactly what I need to do to give you the VPS details. Like, tell me what I need to set up. All right. So what you've got to understand is that the best way that you can learn new technical skills is just ask AI what to do. You could even get it to take over your computer and do it for you if you want. Okay. For example, here, I just said, like, break down exactly what I need to do. It says, get me the SSH first. All right. So I've got that. So this is basically going to allow Claude to connect to our VPS server directly from our terminal, right? So this is what I got when I signed up to Hetzner. All right, so you can see here inside of my project, I've got the Claude bot server and project, which is $9 a month. All right, so for $9 a month, I've got a flippin' AI employee that's connected to my OpenAI subscription. And we're basically just going to put the Hermes agent into the same project. That's what Claude said anyway. All right, guys, so the VPS is now fully prepped. Hermes is installed, configured, and talking to the CRM. Beautiful. So what we need to do now is set up our communication channel to the Hermes agent via Telegram, which I think is just going to be awesome. Because like I said previously, guys, no one wants to look at a flipping CRM system anymore. They just want to chat to an agent to do all of that crap stuff for them. So one thing that I do want to change though is the model is set to GPT 5.4. I want full intelligence on this, all right? All right, guys, so an agent is now connected to GPT 5.6 Soul. It's going to be really smart. That's great. So now what we need to do is set up our Telegram agent. So you just got to message this dude called Botfather on Telegram, and Telegram is fantastic for setting up agents. All right, really, really easy. So you just go /new bot, and then it's like, what are you going to call it? And we're going to call this the brand operator bot. Okay, so we copy our tokens, store it safely, and then we're going to message user info. I'm going to get my ID for Telegram. Just do /start. It'll send you your Telegram ID. All right, guys. So now we need to authenticate OpenAI. Click in through our account. Whoops. Let's try that again. All right, so if you get that error message, you basically go to security, login, and go enable device code authentication for codecs, toggle that bad boy on, and then go back through the front door. And then we've got the code that Claude gave us. All right, and we're in. I'll just say done. All right, guys, so everything is now live, apparently. So we've got Telegram open. We've got our brand operator bot, which is a bit of a shit name, but anyway, we go start. So just to test that the brand operator bot is working, I'm just going to say, can you give me a full morning briefing on what is happening in the CRM system so far? Are there any new leads that have come in through the door? How are the workflows looking, etc., etc.? And do you have any suggestions on what we can take action on? Okay, so just a bit of a full stack brief. Let's see what it comes back with. So technically now we should see it call all of the tools that it has access to in our CRM system. So let's just take a look what it does. Okay, so you can see it's listing the specific tools that we created in our CRM system. So we created these tools, and remember that the agent brain is OpenAI, and the tools we've given it are basically the hands, so it's going out, searching, etc., which is pretty cool. Now, bear in mind that this type of question is something I would ask like when I'm doing a morning check-in. But the cool thing about this Hermes agent is I could set up a cron job, which basically means a schedule where the bot will then like give me a morning briefing or send me messages directly in Telegram if there's someone I need to send a message to, which is pretty cool. Now, this first call is also probably going to take a little bit longer than usual just because there are literally close to 50 different tools, and this is the first time I'm actually asking it a question. All right, so morning report, hottest leads. So we've got lead scoring. It's also giving me some information on what they want. and how quickly they want it. So I can immediately tell that this person is a hot lead and I could send them a DM, which is really cool. It shows that we've got 7 new leads. All right. Some people are coming from the quiz, some people coming from school, and someone's already converted as a sale, which is cool. CRM total, how many leads, how many subscribed, how many emails have been sent. Funnel, 55 starts, 7 opt-ins. Okay, so it's given a bit of an analysis on that. Content, calendar, 8 published, 11 drafts, 7 approved, 5 planned, workflow, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like a little bit of a suggestion here. So what I do today, personally, follow up with these 2 people, referencing their quiz results and routing each toward a recommended one-to-one offer, and then audit a few different things, blah, blah, blah. So you can see now, guys, we've got full access into our CRM system. Okay, so our agent is rocking and rolling. So all I'm going to say now to our agent is, please set up a daily cron job. So every morning you're sending me a daily briefing of any new sales that have come through, and then also any optimizations and things that you think we should do on a daily basis to convert more leads into sales. All right, you can see there, done daily CRM briefing scheduled, time 8 a.m. every day. This Telegram chat, next scheduled run. Each briefing will cover confirmed new sales or paid conversions, new leads and their sources, warmest opportunities, pipeline stalls, workflow, and funnel health, and the top 3 actions to convert more leads on that day. So my friends, you can see now that you can start working your agent into anything that you want. And you can also get it to draft new content ideas, new angles. All right, so you can see now that we've got 2 surfaces. We've got our CRM surface. We've got all of our statistics if you want to look at it. We've got our emails that are rocking and rolling. And now I, on the fly, can just chat to my operator bot and just say, cool, like, let's do this, let's do that. And optimize this, optimize that, give me a look into things. And, I'm going to be much more likely to use this more often inside Telegram than I am coming in here. This is somewhere I can use, but just think about this from a client's perspective. Like, how many of your clients ever go into their CRM system? And when they do, how often are they screwing it up? All right. So just imagine this now for a moment, is you build your client a CRM system. You are the one who manages it. They just speak to their CRM system. You set up a few different schedules, cron jobs that they can then get specific updates, new sales, new leads. And, that's a beautiful automated workflow where they can just chat in natural language to their agent. All right, so my friends, that's locked and loaded, set up. We now have a way to speak and manage our entire CRM system directly via Telegram. Okay, so you can create anything you want directly through chatting in natural language, all right, which is pretty damn cool. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing, my friends, is we're going to be setting up this content calendar for automated publishing. All right, so we're going to do a workflow where Claude edits the video, uploads the video, posts the video, takes in the performance of the video, and then improves on next time, okay? Because we want to create an automated distribution channel and loop using AI, and that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. So I'll see you there, my friends.